Okay, now fractions in shading problems. So far we discussed fraction as a sharing problem, right? You have some chocolates, you give it to some number of kids equally. But you also have problems where you are asked to find how many squares are shaded. We already discussed this a little bit. Like, for example, here, let's take this example itself. You imagine a rectangle, the big rectangle in orange color. Right? Now, let's say it is fitting between 0 and 1 on a number line. So this is a number line. This rectangle is placed on it. I have shaded, this rectangle can be divided into smaller rectangles. I have shaded some part of the rectangle. Now the question is, what portion of the big rectangle is shaded? Okay, what? Yes.
The 3 by 4, sir.
3 by?
4.
3 by 4. How do you find that?
Sir, because it's just when I just drew imaginary line, sir. Then I noticed that 1 by 2 is here, and it was just a little bit more from the 1 by 2, so it was better, sir.
Okay, so we have to be careful.
But then 3 by 4 has to be closer to 1 than it is now.
Correct. So again, now Nanda Mukundan, you try to look at it and said it is little more than that, so you put 3 by 4. That is not okay. So this is wrong, because we cannot approximately think it will be some number like that. We have to be exactly saying what the number is, right? How exactly can you tell that? So again, the previous method, what we would do is we would divide it into some equal parts, like this. Now how many parts we have divided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each part is how much? 1 by 10, right? I have divided it into 10 equal parts. Each part is 1 by 10. Right, 1 I have divided into 10. Now how many such parts are there? 1, 2, 3. So this is first part, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So I am taking 6 such 1 by 10. So 6 times 1 by 10. So that is 6 by 10. Now they are having some common factor. I can take that out if I want. Then I can also say it as 3 by 5. So it can be called as 3 by 5, or it can also be said as 6 by 10. Both are of the same value. So that is the exact value here. So if you now see 3 by 4 is not correct, it is actually 3 by 5. So we cannot go with some approximate estimate of what it is. But if you are asked to estimate, that is good method. But if you want to get it exact, then this is how you have to do it. Another way of saying the same thing is, there are 10 equally sized small rectangles, right? I have divided into 10 pieces, correct? One thing we do is, this piece is 1 by 6, and there are, 1 by 10. The small piece is, this small rectangle is of length 1 by 10. I have 6 such pieces, so I say 6 into 1 by 10. Another way of saying the same thing is, there are 10 small rectangles, right? This is 1, 2, 3, so on. So there are total of 10 rectangles. Out of that, there are 6 rectangles that are shaded. Correct?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, if this question is asked in the exam, how do we know exactly how much to draw the line?
Yes. So
like here we have the grid, but then that...
Correct. They have to give you the grid. What they will do is, they will give you this dotted line and show the shading. So exactly the problem in the exam will come like this. So they will give you like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this they will give. And then they will shade some amount of rectangles like this.
But that's easy.
That's easy, correct. But there are also problems for you to find out on the number line, where they will give like this ruler kind of a thing.
So this one will be surely give this line, sir.
Otherwise you cannot exactly tell, right? Visually it is always there is room for error, right? So you cannot exactly say. Only if they give it like this, then you can tell that this is 6 by 10. Now there are 6 rectangles shaded. Total rectangle is 10. That is why the concept of total number of pieces is 10. Number of rectangles shaded is 6. So you write it as 10. So here, this is total number of pieces. This is what you pick or shade. right? The one that is of interest to you. So here the question is, what portion of big rectangle is shaded? So you're interested in what portion is shaded. So put number of blocks that are shaded and put the total number of blocks. But one important thing here is they should all be of equal size. For example, if I have a problem like this.
Uncle,
Yes, Sasha.
for that question, the answer is 6 by 10.
Yes.
Then 6 by 10 is also equal to 12 by 20. Then it is also the answer. Uncle.
Correct, that is also the answer. 12 by 20 is also the answer. So sometimes in your multiple choice, you will come with some answer like 6 by 10. But you will not see it in the, for example, let's say the choice for this problem. You have 4 choices, right? Normally in the exam. So the first choice will be 6 by 5. Second will be 3 by 4. Third will be 24 by 40. Fourth will be 12 by 25. So now you have to pick the right choice. Which one is the correct choice?
Just
3 by 4.
So what if they ask 12 by 20?
What is it?
What if they ask 12 by 20? It's the same thing as this.
Correct. They are all same, but what I am saying is for this problem, for this shading problem, these are the 4 choices given. What is the answer?
third one, sir.
3 by 4.
No, 3 by 4 is not right because 3 by 4 is not the answer, right? Your answer is 6 by 10.
3 by 5.
24
by
by 40. Yes, 3 by 24 by 40 only, sir.
Correct. So this is the correct one. 3 by 5 is not given. So this is also not correct. So why it is 24 by 40? Because you know you can multiply it. So 6 by 10 into 4 into 4. The value does not change. So 24 by 40. So this third choice, which looks very different from your answer, but that is the equivalent fraction. The value of that is same as what you got. So like that you have to be careful and picking the right one. So here you don't go like, okay, 3 by 5 is my answer. 6 by 10 is equal to 3 by 5. Okay, in the choice, the closest one is 3 by 4. So I will choose that. So those kind of things don't do. Always the answer will be exact. Right? There will not be any approximation. Only if you are asked to approximately do something, that estimation we did, right? Rounding off. There you can do some estimate like that. But here it should be exact. Is this clear? 6 by 10, how you are getting it? So, okay, now one problem here. I am giving this one. Do you see this triangle? So there are 3 pieces. Piece number 1, piece number 2, piece number 3. So what fraction of this big triangle is shaded? What?
Uncle, we can't correctly tell that. We can't correctly tell that because it's not equal.
Correct. So it is not, all the pieces are not equal. You cannot put it like, okay, one out of 3 pieces, 1 piece is shaded. So the answer is 1 by 3. No, you cannot say like that. Because the important thing in fraction is all should be equal size of pieces. This is some size, this is some other size. Of course, 1 and 3 could be same. Even that we are not very sure. Unless this length is same. It doesn't look like exact. So when pieces are of different sizes, you cannot tell. Now how about this one? Okay, assume all these 4 squares are same size. Okay, I'm not drawing it perfect. Maybe I should draw it perfect. Because I have the grid, I can do that. Eraser. Pen. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am drawing 4 squares, and then I put a diagonal here, and I'm shading this. Now my question is, what fraction of this shape is shaded? Yes.
The answer is 1 by 8.
1 by 8. Right? So how do you find out? You know that all the pieces should be equal, right? Equal shape. Can you make this diagram like that so that they are all equal? You can cut it.
Uncle, you can cut every square box
Correct. You can cut everything like this. So now all the pieces are of same size, right? So now you count how many such pieces are there, like what is shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The total number of pieces, all of same size, is 8. Out of,
So can we do 4 into 2, sir?
what is it? 4?
Into 2, sir.
4 into 2 is 8.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
You can do to count it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you count it like there are 2 pieces in one square. There are 4 such squares. 4 into 2 is 8. Correct. Or
Sir, I have a doubt.
there are 4 triangles in the first row. Similarly, there will be 4 triangles in the second row. So 4 into 2 is 8. That way also you can count. Yes, question?
Sir, instead of dividing it like this, can we just do like a cross?
Cross. 1 second.
Like this and this.
You want to cross like this?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do that because in a square, if you do a diagonal, if you draw a diagonal in a square, these 2 pieces are of same size. You can take this triangle and fit it on this triangle. So they are same size. So like this also you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Okay. The goal is we have to make first all the pieces of same size. Then you can write the fraction. Otherwise it will come to be a wrong answer. Okay, so here you have to find out what is wrong in this one. You got 4 and a quarter pie to eat. Okay, imagine these are all pies. Okay, apple pie or lemon pie. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a quarter piece. The other 3/4 is empty. You have only 1 quarter piece here. So 4 and a quarter, right? How would you draw what you got? Or how would you not draw? How would you maybe write? Or let's say draw. So this is what you got, right? The diagram here, this diagram is showing what you got because you got 4 and a quarter pie. So this is 1 pie, this is second pie, third pie, fourth pie.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
So we have 4 plus 1 by 4, right? So for adding 4 plus 1 by 4, then should we add 4 to the numerator or to the denominator?
So you can remember like this. You multiply these two and then you add 1. So 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 17 by 4.
Sir, can we write as mixed fraction also, or does it have to be improper? Or does it depend on the choices?
It depends on the choices. It depends on what you want to do with the number. Sometimes if you write it like this, it will be easy for you to add with something. Sometimes you don't want to do it. It depends on the problem. But they're all same. Depending upon the situation, we may want to convert it into improper or keep it as mixed. So this is the diagram here. This diagram, what is this diagram saying? This diagram is saying you have 4 pies and a quarter pie, correct? 4 and a quarter. Okay. Now look at the same picture, but with the lines dividing all the pies into equal quarters. The same picture, but now I have put some extra lines. Okay. So now what I can say is I have total, if you see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that I have 5, right? 5 pies. Let me put the numbers just for clarity. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Correct? So there are 20 quarters. Quarters means 1/4. So they are all of equal size as this piece. Right? Now I have made all of them into equal sizes. Out of this, how many pies are there? How many actual pies or quarters of pies are there? There are 17. Right? This 17. And these 3 are empty. So out of 20, you have 17 with pie of all same shape. Correct? So can we call this as a fraction 17 by 20 also? But here we said it is 17 by 4. If I convert it into improper fraction, it is coming to be 17 by 4. Here the same thing. The diagram did not change. All I did was just to draw some lines and make them all equal shape. But here I am getting 17 by 20. Definitely 17 by 4 and 17 by 20 are not same, right? They are different. So what is fundamentally wrong in this?
Sir, I know.
Yes.
Sir, sir, this one we are counting with 1 by 4. And this one we are counting with all the pieces, even the left out ones.
Yeah, here also if you count 1 by 4s, right? you will say 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by 4 is 1. And then again 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. If you do this here also, you will say, okay, 4 1 by 4s will give me 1 1. And then another 4 1 by 4s will give me another 1, so on. Finally, you got the 17 by 4 or 4 plus 1 by 4. You would have gotten that. But this shading, this is how we just now saw that we can also, for example, the previous rectangle, we said there are 10 rectangles and 6 of them are shaded. So we did 6 by 10, right? But here we are getting a different answer. So this is a fundamental problem. We may easily get confused with this thing. That is why I wanted to specifically mention this. So there is a catch here, right? Only one of them is correct. This first one is the correct way to do it. Now, why is this wrong? Where did we go wrong? It looks like it is hard to tell where we went wrong, right? Yes, Nanda Mukunda.
No, the numbers you wrote 1, 2, 3, 4. It could come changing that one, sir.
Could come like what? Sir, can you say that again?
Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4 now, sir. So it could come 4, 2, 3, 1 like that.
Yeah, you can put any order. That doesn't matter. But I'm just counting. I'm counting the number of pizzas, same size of pizzas. I'm taking this as my size. Like this, I'm seeing how many pieces I have. And then the method is to say total and then total number of such pieces. How many pieces you are interested in, right? Then I get this fraction 17 by 20. So the problem here is we need, yes.
When will we have the break? It's already 4 minutes past.
Okay.
30.
So we will finish this and then have the break. Okay. So you remember we wanted to know what is one whole, correct? We need to know what is one whole in a fraction. That is where the problem here is. Now in this one, what is one whole? The top one, right? You have this 4 1/4. What is one whole here? Yes.
There's a 4, sir. There's a 4, sir.
The 4 pieces, right? This is one whole,
Yes,
right?
sir.
This is 1 pi. That is why you write 1 here, right? This is 1 pi. 1 pi means that is one whole. When I say one whole, that means you consider that as one full thing. You will put a number 1 to it. Otherwise, you will not put a number 1 to it. So for which one you put a number 1 to it, that is called one whole. That's what I mean by one whole. So here, this pi is one whole. So this is another one whole. Like that it goes, right? Now in this problem in the bottom here, when we do like this, right, what we actually mean is this entire thing, I put 20 pieces, right, 1 to 20. This whole thing is considered as one whole.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
But in the number line, it's coming correct only, no?
Correct. In the number line, the reason why it comes correct is we take this as one whole, correct? We take this as one whole and then we find out, because this is 1, you are putting a number 1 to it, so that means it is a one whole. Then you do a small division of 1 by 10 and then you see how many such pieces you have, it will come out right. But when we do like this here, when we say 20, right, in the denominator we put 20. 20 means the total number of identical pieces. Whatever we say as the total number of pieces, actually what it means is that is our one whole. We are saying that is our entire whole. So we are not identifying each as 1 pi. This is not 1 pi in this case. We are just looking at it as not as pi, but some common shape, one piece, like a quarter piece, right? This piece, there are 20 such pieces. So all the 20 pieces put together is one whole now. This entire big rectangle I have drawn, right? This whole thing is one whole. Out of that, how many you have? You have 17. So this is 17, but you can also check this. 17 by 20 is less than 1, right? You will always get less than 1 in this kind of fraction. When you try to do like this, because the entire amount of pieces, all the pieces, you consider it as one whole. So whatever answer you get, you will always get it less than 1. That is why, remember Rashini, when you, in the beginning of the class, you asked how to draw this. Let me go back to that thing. I wanted to not explain it at that time. But this is the right time to go back to, okay, 6 by 3, right? How do you explain it in this shading problem? Right? How do you draw that in the shading problem? Normally in the shading problem, if you consider one whole, you cannot draw this because 6 by 3 is greater than 1. So the only way to draw it is you have to declare that I have this as my one whole. So this is my one whole. Okay. Now I have two of them. So 6 by 3 is 2. So this is what I have. So I will shade this and then say that this is one whole. But normally in such problems you will not mention what is one whole. In the shading problem you will not be given two such boxes. You will be given one long box and then some of them will be shaded like this. And then you are asked what fraction is shaded. So here you take the whole thing as one whole and that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So you put 8 and then you see how many pieces are shaded. There are 4 pieces that are shaded. So the answer is 4 by 8, which is 1 by 2. So half of the rectangle are shaded. So your answer will always come less than 1 in shading problem. So whenever there is some confusion like this, think about what is the one whole for us. Okay, so then that will lead you to the right answer. We'll take a break and then we'll do this fraction arithmetic. 5 minutes break.